Hey students, so last week we were working on finding the slope of a line when you have a graph. Now we're going to start with linear equations and finding the slope in a linear equation and the y-intercept. So take notes of this, guys. There we go. So if you remember y equals mx plus b, you are in good stand over here. If not, please, let's just remember. So linear equations are frequently written in slope-intercept form. This is the slope-intercept form. Why? Because this is the slope and this is the y-intercept. So m is the slope and b right here, it's the y-intercept. Intercept means that it touches y, right? So y-axis, the y-axis. All right, we're going to see how that looks. Directions give the slope and y-intercept of the line. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. So this is the slope-intercept form. It would be y equals mx plus b. So number one, they give you the slope. The slope is 2. So in y equals mx plus b, 2 goes for m over here. So it's y equals, y doesn't go away, 2, which is the slope, times x, minus, there's a minus 1. That is the y-intercept, which it goes for b. So minus 1. Now, because it's minus 1, it takes away from, so it's plus and minus is a minus, so it's minus 1. All right? Okay, so let's do the next one. Slope is negative 3, so your y equals mx plus b. Your slope is now negative 3/5, so y equals negative 3 over 5. Don't forget about this x, because you in the slope intercept form, you have to have an x and you have to have a y. So that, and then plus, because that's positive, so plus 4. And that is your y-intercept. All right, so we're just substituting here. We're not calculating anything still. All right, let's do the next one. So you don't have to write y equals mx plus b, you have it up here. So we are substituting negative 3 for m and then 2 for b. Now be careful if you use them on a different, like you have to use them on the right order, because this says which one is the intercept and which one, the one that's connected with the x, it's the slope. So y equals, and this is negative 3, it's a negative slope, times x, and positive 2 plus 2. Okay, be careful with the signs too. It changes, the graph changes. This one is a negative graph because it has a negative slope. All right, so y equals, this is the slope, negative 1x plus 7, right? Plus 7. All right, let's keep going. Now this one is 0, so there's no number for b. So let's do y equals 1 over 4 times x. It will be plus 0, right? We don't need to write it. All right, we have the next one. It's y equals negative 5 over 2 times x minus 3. So this one will be a negative slope graph. This one will be a negative slope one, this one, and this one. So be careful here, okay? And now we're going to look how we're going to take it from a graph. So this is how we write it with the information. We're going to write, this is the equation. Now we're going to take it from a graph. So given a graph, how do we find the y-intercept and how do we find the equation of a graph? All right. So the first thing that we're going to find is the slope. So it says identify the slope and y-intercept of the line on the graph. Then write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. The slope-intercept form again is y equals mx plus b, where this one is the slope and this one, b, is the y-intercept. Okay, all right. So we found the slope by just counting the units up and down. That's exactly what we're going to do here. So it's rise over run. And then we get From here down, it's a positive slope, so it would be 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to the right. So it would be 3 over 1, which is 3, right? That is the slope. And B is the point that touches the y-axis. So where is it touching it? So if this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4, right here, that would be the y-intercept. So it's the point that's right on the y-axis. In this case, if this is 0, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would be negative 4 because it's below 0. So negative 4. So your y equals mx plus b equation would be y equals 3x minus 4. And that's your equation of the graph. All right, let's try this one. So we have the y-intercept. We can just look really quick. From 0, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's positive, right? Because it's above 0. And then let's find the slope. The slope is from this point to this point. This is a negative graph. So we go from here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 down. So that's negative over. From here we go 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have to reduce that fraction. So we get negative 3 over 2, which is divided by 2, you get that. And that is my slope right there. So y equals negative 3 over 2 times x plus 7. And that is my equation. All right, let's do 2 more examples, and then you guys get to work on your work. In this one, we don't really have to find what my slope and y-intercept is. We do, but they don't ask you to name it. You just have to find it anyways to write the equation. So y equals mx plus b. Remember, this one is the slope, and this one is the y-intercept. Just gonna write y-intercept. All right, so the y-intercept, we remember, that's the easiest one. This is 0, you count 1, 2, and 3, so that's negative 3. So negative 3. And then you need y equals, right? And then you go, okay, let's find the slope. So from here to here, it is a positive 1. So we go 1, 2, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2 over 5 times x minus 3. And that is my slope, and that's my y-intercept. All right, let's do one more, just to make sure you guys got this. So the first thing, my y-intercept, we go from 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's negative 6. That's my y-intercept, the point right on y. And then my slope will be from point to point, right? So it's the change over the horizontal over the change over my vertical over my horizontal. So from here to here, I know it's a positive graph. So I'm going to go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 over 5. And 5 over 5 equals 1, right? So that is my slope. It's 1x minus 6. Ooh, let's write that better. So 1x, let's write it up top. Y equals 1x minus 6. Now we don't have to put the 1 here, right? So it would be y equals x minus 6, and that would work too. Okay? Sorry about this mess. All right, I hope this helps. Please go ahead and do your work and watch this video as many times as you need to. Bye.